Okay. Hmm? I'm gonna talk for an hour. Oh, I can't believe that actually happened to me. Oh, yay. Like, why does this happen to me? Like, I. Uh, I'm gonna wait until, some peeps stop by. Um, yeah, I'm just, like, I can't believe this is actually happening to me, bro. Oh my god. uh, Talk about technical difficulties. I swear. Um, I don't know. Let me. Jeez, I should have done this right before when I started. Um, Give me 1 second. 1 second. I'll be right back. I gotta use the baño. Oh man, I had to. Sorry about that. I had a little emergency, and I had to speak with the madres. It's a little worried, but yeah. Welcome to another stream with yours truly, Lion of All Trades. There has been a little mishap, little technical difficulty. Good morning to you, Zelly, by the way. Good, always a pleasure to see you. Hopefully you've been well rested, and you're ready for your coffee, of course. Anyone else joining in, I appreciate you. Thank you for joining, and we're just gonna get right to it. I'm just gonna make this a little quickie. Hopefully we get to an hour. And wait, did I transition it back? Wait, what am I doing? You see, I'm lost right now. But hopefully everyone is doing well, and I swear, I think every week it just gets a lot more crazy and more like, I don't know, it just gets more crazy and crazy by the week. So, always be prepared of what's to come, and be safe when you're trading, and hey, make those gains for sure. And just a reminder, of course, and give you the little disclaimer that everything that I say here is just strictly my opinion, not financial advice, and we're here just to speculate and see what we can see in what we're going to review. But what I was gonna say, and hopefully everyone can hear me perfectly and loud. If anything, let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me clear and it's loud enough, and the music is just level. I would appreciate that. So I had a little mishap. I was trying to record a video before I actually did my stream, and it was an update on crude oil, and just to review some of the stocks that I have reviewed back in the past stream about IMPP, the PIMP of oil, petrol stocks, whatever. INDO, HUSA, ENSV, MARPS. Thank you, Zali. Thank you for that confirmation. Appreciate you as always. And yeah, so I'm just gonna review it again real quick for oil, crude oil. All right, we got news here happening where Exxon looks to tap Guyana's gas riches. So this could be a little boost in ExxonMobil sales. I mean, you already know the gist of it. And I'm not gonna really read into this, but I just wanted to say Guyana. We've heard about Guyana before. Let me just speculating, because Guyana was in sort of like in the crosshairs of Venezuela in a potential invasion, and I don't know how true that is. I don't know if it's still in the plans of the president of Venezuela. No idea. I know it's because Guyana has those riches in gas and oil. And you can see, after boosting oil production to above 500,000 barrels per day in 5 years, the world's newest crude oil exporter, Guyana looks to develop its significant natural gas resources too. So, yeah, Exxon is keeping an eye on them and probably gonna work with them in that sort of way. You can see that Brent crude is now over 80. This is delayed, so it was WTI crude was 75.19. I gotta see where it is now, and we're at 74.71. Thank you again, Zelly. I know you retracted that message, but it doesn't have to be perfect. You're all good. Thank you. So just a quick review on crude. You know, we've came back from lows of 67 and change. We had a couple of swings. We tested the $75 range here, the $75 resistance level, a couple of times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times in the past couple of months, and retested again. And now I don't know, I've made this ascending triangle, and when I look at this, I feel like perhaps we will again test 75, break over that, or we stay within the triangle and break out, or we could just break out at once in one shot. Who knows what the situation could be. But if we look at Thinkorswim, you can pretty much see on the 4-hour chart, as I zoom in here, that we do have the moving averages, the moving average exponentials, the 9-day, the 21-day, all trying to curl. Well, we actually already have it. I mean, we already crossed over the 200. The 21-day just crossed over the 200. Now we are looking for the 50-day to cross over and fulfill a golden cross, which is of course the bullish indicator that we will have more trend to the upside. And confirm that breakout, the potential breakout going over 75. Heck, we could probably see 76 sometime soon. If in my opinion, if the tensions in the Red Sea do continue to happen, and if it gets worse, and whatever it's happening in Russia and Ukraine, it's all of that. It's just a mix of all of that in general, in creating these type of issues that could affect the prices of crude, Brent, and the prices at the pump. So that's that. And if this does continue, and in reference to the ascending triangle, then we can definitely see the breakout happen. 76, and probably we would see 80, sometime soon. So that's just my prediction on that. We'll just look quickly. I mean, if you're into crude and you're trading, Chevron, USO, ExxonMobil, Valero, you can tell that they do have the same type of chart, because they all follow the same. It's all correlated, of course, and they all seem to be doing a reversal. For example, Valero here, we got a potential double bottom pattern here fulfilling, and trying to break right over these levels here at 130, perhaps to 132. Chevron is having a nice reversal here with the 9-day, the 21-day, all reversing and potentially crossing over to retest level at 143. You can see it on the RSI and the MACD all flipped to the green. ExxonMobil as well. Just here to look at real quick with the 4-hour. Just moving on real quick so you guys get the idea of what's happening. And then looking at IMPP, the PIMP of crude stocks, of crude oil. It's just magnificent how it's just been, you know, staying steady, and with a trend so strong like this, yeah, it caught me by surprise. And I was just wondering, like, when this would actually start to pull back and retest, you know, the lows around 290 and below. But the trends, surprisingly, the 50-day moving average exponential, it's not letting down. It's continuing to move up in an uptrend, and the same thing is going on with the 9-day and the 21-day. So that confirms that. We do see that the MACD is potentially looking for that crossover and flipping back to the green. So that's my take on that. And perhaps we can see 350 soon. Heck, maybe in a couple of days if everything does continue as planned and comes into fruition with crude. That's also my opinion. And you know, that's just speculating. If crude does go crazy, you know, we quickly move to, you know, highs like 78, 80 bucks per barrel, you're definitely going to see a reaction in oil stocks and especially IMPP. So just, you know, keep a look on that. Again, not financial advice. Not telling you to buy, sell, do anything of that matter. As I always say, you are your own decision maker of what you do with your investments and your money. So, you know, just keep in mind of that and play it safe. Play it safe. Don't be degenerates. And so that's that. You know, I'm gonna move on now, and we're gonna talk about Gtii. And don't mind the trend lines here. It was just here doing some examples here, comparisons back then, and yeah, so that's invalid. That's just invalid right now. But I do just want to, like, yeah, there you go. I wanted to talk to you about how we had spoken about this. I think was I don't know if it was Thursday or I know it was sometime last week, because I know I didn't get to stream last Friday. But I did, in fact, drew some lines here resembling a inverse head and shoulders, and yeah, it looks like it wants to fulfill that. But I also had another scenario where it would, you know, try to come back down and retest 20 cents and perhaps try to come down to this support area here around 16 cents. 16, not quite, you know, as accurate, but like, you know, just like if we go to the daily, I need to look at how the volume was for today too as well. And I can see Urban Girl just joined the chat. Thank you for joining. Good to see you once again here for the second time. I know you are actually new to this channel, and I appreciate you subscribing to as well and joining me in the stream. And yeah, hopefully everything is good with you. And what can I say? Compared to wait, today's Monday. I keep forgetting today's Monday. I wish it was Friday. But yeah, compared to Friday's action, today was really dry in volume. It was really quiet today. But the thing is, we actually were, I should say GTII. I'm here talking about in unison. But GTII was in the green for the most part. And I can see here that it actually did close in the green. Never mind. What was the close on this candle? The close on this candle was 0 to 20 cents. So 0 to 0.5. And we closed at 20775. So just 1.34% higher than last Friday's candle. And this is actually quite promising because yeah, I mean, we actually had a decent day majority of the time where we were actually up from a low on this candle of 20, we'll do 0.204. I'm sorry guys, 0.204 to a high of 0.2199. So we were actually just at the cusp of hitting 22 cents on the high, and we just stayed above 20 cents in general. So that's good. That's actually good, even though the candle still seems red to me. But this could, like I said, this could be promising. The volume was pretty dry, like I said. Retailers, and I mean, there has been people that, I mean, I can't really have that information of what the investors or the shareholders have been doing in GTII, but you can tell that there has been a balance over, how do I say, how can I put it? This is pretty much like more buyers than sellers, but most of them are probably holding anyway. So perhaps the sellers or the short sellers, whatever you want to call it, has been having a little difficult time and trying to bring it down. So perhaps they didn't really have that much ammo today, which that actually reminds me, in actually looking at the cost to borrow for GTII, I just totally remember that. Oh, wait a minute. Wow, that's a big jump. That's actually a big jump. Can we actually zoom into this? Yeah, we can. We're actually gonna zoom into this. Look at this. So we were at 9.62% of cost to borrow fees. We jumped in an hour. Wait, hold on. Let me pause. Friday at 10:15 in the morning, it was at 9.62. This morning at 9:15 was at 10.47%, and it jumped after hours to 20.11%. So cost to borrow is actually climbing up, even though the amount of shares available to borrow, to short, like, this has me now thinking shorts could be in a little bit of a panic here. And I wonder if that also explains, I mean, all this is all speculation, of course, in my opinion, that they've had a hard time trying to short this down because of the fact that the cost to borrow rate has climbed up and it has jumped. So when we saw something like this happen before, And I remember going over this a long time ago, and we remember the last time that the volume had jumped like this. I want to see. Yeah, right here. I wish we had a date. So towards the end of towards the end of September in 2022, before we had that big run up from 60 something cents to like almost $9. Urban Girl's laughing at me. I'm trying. It jumped from 8% fee to 29%. Then it was a high of 38 the next day, and then it jumped to 30. And then it jumped from 38 to 157% cost to borrow. And then the next day after that, it jumped to 1,319% cost to borrow fees. Again, I'm just speculating. I'm just speculating, guys. Take it with a grain of salt here. But I haven't seen a jump like this in a while. But let's say if this was the case, and the shorts have been having a hard time trying to get this back down, and they failed, does this mean that the cost of borrow fee is going to jump again tomorrow? We would have to see. But again, if that's the case, then that's great news. That is actually great news, because I mean, something is brewing, something is happening. There's panic in the air, and a lot of us shareholders in GTII are not going anywhere, and we're fighting to the end, just like that. And yeah, we're just really that strong enough to not panic and not worry about anything, because the fact of the matter is, if this does happen tomorrow or in a couple of days and we see that jump in cost of borrow rate, I'm telling you, that's good news. That's always good news. And yeah, if things hit the fan also in the markets, I mean, wouldn't you think that perhaps there would be some type of buybacks, covering, or I don't know. What do you guys think? What is your opinion in your experience? Mark R, what is going on with you, man? Good evening to you. And I've been watching Rum, Fun, and DWAC for some time. And I could just say in all speculation too here as well. Because we all remember what happened to DWAC, Fun, Rum. I think Mark as well. It's funny because your name is Mark, but with a K. They all had ran together at the same time in correlation with what was going on with Truth Social and everything else that was happening, the elections. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm just thinking, well, wouldn't a win in New Hampshire be another small tiny catalyst for DWAC and Fun and Rum? Let's just check it out real quick and see what's going on, and then we'll go back to GTII just a little bit. Let's sidetrack that. Ooh, I got some food here. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom. I appreciate you. And if you're getting into this right now, just be careful because like it has been running for some time. It's been running since the 16th of November, January last week, and it's ran quite strong. So um, depending on what happens, depending on what happens this week, and I don't know. I have to look and see like if I have to see if they have the polls and to see if Trump does win New Hampshire, take over New Hampshire, and I mean, could that be the little small catalyst that we need for DWAC to start pushing up more and try to break over 51 to perhaps hit 55? I mean, that could be a possibility. But then again, if you look at it from a technical standpoint, I mean, this is pretty much overbought the hell up, and you just have to think about it. Like, okay, so in the situation, we would need the RSI to cool off, and we would need DWAC to pull back a little bit. Of course, there is going to be some type of sell-off, profit taking, you name it, because that's what happens eventually. When you have such a big run up like that, I mean, come on, like from 17 bucks all the way to $51. Like, you think people are not gonna take profits right now? Yeah, most likely they're probably gonna do that. So in case, and let's do the 1 hour and see what we can discover and plan with this, huh? Because obviously in all time frames it's overbought. So when we see candles like this, we see some sell candles back and forth, and you don't quite see it try to break over the previous candle, then that means it's actually getting weaker. So in order to play it safe, in my opinion, I'd say wait until this pulls back, and it could either be back at 45 or it could be back at 42. And those depending on like how many people do take profits and sell short or whatever the case is, in my opinion, not financial advice. Safest thing to do is wait for a pullback, and this is just for reference. I mean, take it with a grain of salt. I'm just gonna add this right here. I'm gonna add this demand zone, and we're just gonna leave this here as the supply zone, because now this is the hard resistance level, and we will see if it actually retests this supply zone or resistance level at 51 and see a break over to new day, new 52-week highs, 52, 54, depends. But if you see a pullback and people are taking profits, then yeah, of course, look for these levels. I will make another one here, because you never know. It's better to be safe than sorry, than to be chasing something and you don't know what's gonna happen afterwards, right? You always gotta pay attention to what's happening in the news with the whole thing with the elections, and if indeed Trump does take over New Hampshire, then that could be good news for DWAC, and we will see a breakout, another breakout. So yeah, Mark, if that answers your question, let me know in the chat. And what's your opinion, Mark? What do you think? Um, Zelly says, I learned my lesson on these meme stocks. Took a little profit on VWAC. So I'm gonna guess you had. I'm gonna guess you had gotten a position back then when it was at the lowest, which is, of course, the smartest thing to do too, as well as an investor. Um, I have to actually go to the daily here. Oh, we can do the weekly, and yeah, just take this as an example. I mean, damn, look at that. Even the weekly is overbought. Sheesh. But check this out, right? Look at that. This thing when IPO'd from like $15, this thing went to 175. That's crazy, right? But oh man, but even excuse me. Man, just looking at this is incredible. God, that is crazy. I mean, look at that. It's like, are we seeing like a short squeeze on VWAC? Are we like, I mean, cause that's also speculation here that this could be a possibility that that DWAC could do that too as well, because it had been heavily shorted all the way down. We had a low at let's say what was it, 12, $13. So if Zelly, for example, got that, man, thank you. I appreciate that, Mark. I really do, man. Much love to you, man. And if you have anything to share, like is there any news that's been happening with Rumble? And I know DWAC and Fun are they have correlation with each other. So no, because I remember this like it was yesterday. When this run happened. Like, I remember scalping Fun, and it was pretty fun, no pun intended. And but yeah, man, like, yeah, just play it safe. Play it safe. Let me look at Fun too. Let me look at Fun as well. But yeah, always pay attention to what's happening in the news, especially when it's dealing with the elections and what's going on with Trump. Trump, man. Trump 2024. You heard? Now this is interesting because Fun is coming back from 7 cents, and this actually closed at 35 cents, but we were at almost 50 cents. We almost cracked 50 cents. It did. That was the news. Apparently that was the speculation, and because the fact that DeSantis dropped out and endorsed Trump, that was a big deal. Because a lot of people, if you think about it, a lot of people have been, donating money to him and supporting him and everything. He was a big deal. He's a big name, in general, and especially when he took over as governor of Florida. All the things that he's done so far. You would think, damn, like he's definitely a good candidate and all that stuff. But then all of a sudden, wow, and he just suspends his campaign and drops out, and now he endorses Trump. So now you got Vivek, and now you got DeSantis. Who else is gonna do that? So that's this is why these are the key clues and the potential small key catalysts. I mean, if you want to call it that. But yeah, you never know. Something huge can happen, and all of a sudden, DWAC, DWAC, Fun, Rumble, they could all start moving crazy. It's my opinion. But Fun is looking pretty fun. And from a technical standpoint here, looking at the weekly, you could tell that we are indeed trying to retest for these levels. This could be the resistance here, actually, at 43 cents. You see it tried to break over. This is the weekly. Of course, you got to look at the other time frames. So we'll go to the 4-hour and see what's up. Oh, Fun is fun today. I have 18 cents buy on Fun. Took some profits today, and that's all that is, man. That's important. That's a great thing, Like, that's how you gotta play it sometimes. It's not all about diamond handing. It's not all about I'm gonna wait until this thing goes to like $10. Like, maybe you just need to start. Maybe you just need to make that quick, scout, make that quick cash, and compound your gains like that. But that way, like, if something ever happens, if let's say DWAC, for example, or Fun pulls back, and now you're at a better advantage and you're a better opportunity to get in at a cheaper price, and then boom, now you are at the top of your game, and now, like, you're at a good position. So whatever happens, you're good, and you're gonna make gains again, and you're gonna scalp again, and make more than what you did before. So that's my take on it, of course. But that's great stuff, Mark. That's great stuff. Great strategy too, as well. But hey, I just wow. And no, that's all it is. That's all it's about. It's all about retail learning. We're all learning together. I use this as a platform for all of us to share our thoughts, opinions, our strategies, of course, non-financial advice, and I like to hear what other people have to say, So if you're learning, I'm learning too, and everybody's learning, then we're all good, and that way we know what to do for the next time when we do trade these stocks. Even though like this is a small cap, GTII is a micro cap, and you got other stocks too. So yeah, man. Same thing goes with oil. That, like I discussed earlier before, if oil starts to rip up, then you got for example, IMPP, which I have been covering for some time since mid-November, close to the end of November. I do have a video on that. But yeah, you can tell even IMPP, this thing was at $1.18 like in mid-August of last year, and it just held up greatly. Like the trend is strong. The 50-day, it's curling up in the 4-hour. And it looks like it's not letting it down. So that's just another example here. If you got in at the bottom at 118 and now you're here at 322, but knowing the fact that things are happening, the Red Sea, you got tensions happening all around, and the Middle East, of course, there's a correlation with the fact that Middle East has the best oil, Talk about oil riches, right? So, and let me go check Rumble. Oh my God! Wow. Oh, that's crazy. Oh yeah. That's awesome. The way all these moving average exponentials, 9-day to 21-day. All crossing over the 50-day. I just think, in my opinion, if DWAC starts to pull back a little hard, then you're gonna eventually see Rumble and Fun do the same thing. Because heck, it's like GME and AMC all over again, or GTI or Fngr. So yeah, so do pay attention to that and be careful. God, golly, gee willikers, man. Mullen. Oh man. Oh my god. I'm sorry to hear about that. For real. And this is, you know, we all could relate to this because like retail, us, like we've gone through so much trials and tribulations, but we also suffered many losses. And there's people out there that suffered tremendous losses too, man. Like not knowing what was happening and just, you know, thinking that we're in a great company. Like this is it right here, you know. Like, but you know, like it sucks. And the way things happen with Mullen and the 3 reverse stock splits, and now we're pretty much like hitting those previous lows after the stock split right here. So check it, right? That's what's happening right now. Here we got a bounce, rejected. Now we have all the 9-day, the 21-day crossed over the crossed below the 50-day. So that's bearish. Divergence right there. So it's all in a sell-off. And to me, I mean, we're way oversold, but we could either go, we could go either way and retest those lows right around 725. Probably hit a little bounce. So let's see. Fun fact: Mullen investment of $1 million at $4 a share in March 2022 equals 250,000 a share. Oh, 250,000 shares. Then 21. Then you got the 25 to 1 reverse split equals 10,000 shares, and another reverse split 9 to 1 from 1,101 shares, and then another reverse split 100 to 1. So now you have 11 shares. So the average now is at $83. So you have to, you need Mullen to hit $83 to break even. And that's the most, like, that's just disgusting to me, man. It's disgusting to see things like that, and to have retail behind this man as a CEO. I'm sorry, I'm speaking out of my mind here. I'm venting. This is just my opinion. All right, like, but you're doing things like that, and yeah, I get you got to do your role as CEO, but damn, man, like you hurt a lot of shareholders here. Like, Mark, 3 reverse stock splits and you couldn't even do a damn thing about your company. And on top of that, there was opportunities for you to fight alongside retail investors to stop naked shorting, which obviously and evidently happened, allegedly, supposedly, with Mullen Automotive for such a long time. Like, it's like, come on, like, look at this. That is disgusting. Like, that's even more disgusting of what happened with AMC and GME and all these other basket of stocks that just got heavily shorted. And I'm telling you, one day, one way or another, these stocks will have its revenge. Excuse my language, but shit will hit the fan in the markets, and you will see a resurgence in these stocks going back up and doing crazy things. And if that happens, then perhaps, just perhaps, if Mullen would have the capability of doing so, such a thing, then Mark, you would have an opportunity to be able to retain and get back what you lost, which is what I hope for, and what I hope for with everybody else who has been suffering these losses. Not just Mullen, but in all these other stocks. It's a whole waiting game. It's a whole waiting game, and we're just, we're pretty much just tired of seeing all this manipulation and all you can think of right now. So let's see. I saw that I lost before the reverse split, but my call options are doing good, surprisingly. Wow. That's a weird thing too as well. I don't know how that even works with options, and people can't even buy options right now. It's not even available. What? Wait. Whoa. Oh, I read that wrong. My bad. 246,000 a share. What are the possibilities of even seeing this company even reach 246,000 a share? Unless something happens to the market and it causes a systemic risk, and all of a sudden I don't even know what could possibly happen in order for Mullen to see this go to $246,000. But heck, this stock isn't even worth that much. If we're talking about financials and all of that, it's impossible. But it is sad. It is sad. I don't know, man. Immortal Gtii, welcome. Good evening. Good to see you again. Once again here at another stream with yours truly, Line Up All Trades. And how have you been, Immortal? How's your day? Have you seen how we've been looking with GTII? It's been looking pretty interesting. Yeah, Mullen is a joke. I got out of there like a long time ago, honestly. Ever since I heard about the split, I kid you not, and I remember this because I was scalping this like around 30 some cents. No, I think it was like 18 something, and then I scalped it to like 30 something cents, and then I thought everything was going well, and then all of a sudden he hits us with the damn split. I'm like, no, thank you. Sometimes it's just better to save yourself. As soon as you see that word come out on an article or whatever, press release, we're doing the stock split, then no, it's a no-go. You might as well not finish the advice, but you might as well just get out. That's my opinion. Because it's a freaking joke. I've never seen it. I don't know if this ever happened to any other stock, but I've never seen anything as bad as this. And going through 3 reverse stock splits in a short amount of time. Well, just so you can decrease the amount of market cap and float. I mean, if that does good for you, David, I mean, shit. Good for you, but not good for the shareholders. Because they are hurt. They're still hurting. Sorry, that's how I feel right now. I feel, fucking lion is all, like, spicy today, man. But all hope is not lost. We always got other plays. We always got other opportunities to make money. And that's what matters. As long as, like, we know where we're getting ourselves into. And we know that our conviction is strong into these plays, then you can get your redemption. You can be able to get back what you lost and be set. That's the plan, and that's the goal. So, but yeah, man. Anyways, I'm tired of talking to about Mullen right now. But Immortal GTII. I was just going over GTII a little bit earlier, and I'm just saying, man, we had a green day. We actually had a green day, even though the candle is red. I'm on here on the 4-hour, but we've been actually holding off here in this range. And again, if you look at the daily chart for GTII, we can see right here. I'm gonna show you right here. Even though today's volume compared to Friday's was really dry and really low, we were green the majority of the day. We were green, and I think we were almost at the point. I think we were almost at 8%, up 8% on the day. We almost hit 22 cents, but then we got rejected back down. I want to say it's because of the market conditions, because the market was coming down at one point. But not only that, we did close a little above, so we are closer than 21 cents than we was before, and so that could be a good thing for GTII. Why? Because technically we're still flat. We're still looking for the MACD to curl up and start to flip to the green side, but it's been a slow process. And even the RSI right here at the bottom is starting to actually curl a little bit up. So that can give us that indication of perhaps another push like today, and to perhaps potentially see GTII break over 22 cents. Not today, probably before this week is over, and we try to go for 23 cents, or just this zone in particular, in general. So that's where we're trying to see for GTII. And then just going back to here, I was going over the cost to borrow, and I don't know if you're still here. Immortal GTII. What happened to my chat? What the hell? Whoa. Oh no, for sure, man. Yo, for some reason my chat was lagging. Like it literally like blacked out. And I must have not been seeing. Yeah, I must have not been seeing your messages pop up. I'm sorry, guys. Let me see. I'm just looking back at what you guys have been saying. Immortal says hello to you. Mark says CEO David Mystery is a criminal. Yes. The same thing here. Once I found out they were having a reverse stock split, I just sold it as soon as possible and never looked back. Yes, sir. 1000% big facts, man, because that's it's really grueling to see. The one thing as a retailer, I have learned to cut my losses as soon as possible, not hold on to a dream, just take profit and run as fast as possible. Yes, 1000%, because you never know what's gonna happen, and you know, with everything that's been happening to all of these other stocks and the way they've been doing their thing behind the scenes, allegedly, supposedly, like, you never know when that green day can literally turn into a complete awful red day, and all of a sudden, yeah, things just like hit the fan, and you know, Immortal, yeah, green day for the win. for sure. And this is a good sign. And I'm here just showing you right now, Immortal GTII, that compared to Friday, we jumped in cost of borrow fees. Huh? Isn't that something? Huh? That's actually a pretty good sign. So it's actually costing the shorts a lot more money to try to bring GTII down. So now we went from 10% to 20%. And yeah, bro. Thank you, Zelly, for posting. Zelly, heads up. The link is not complete. The link is not complete because I see the E and the Z as a regular text. It's not part of the link. Shoot. Thank you, Mark. I'm gonna actually post up my link to the YouTube channel. I have a music channel too as well. I've been working on beats. I've been falling in love with lo-fi, and ever since I've had done so, like with my experience, I just started making new beats this year for the new year. And I'm gonna post a link down at the bottom right now as we speak. I'll just give you a moment here as you guys can actually look at the cost of borrow fees right here and the times right there. So I believe that eventually we will see this cost of borrow, if it will stay steady or it will actually climb even more higher. Because quite frankly, if it climbs a lot higher and tomorrow we get a Green Day again, then I think a bunch of people are gonna be in trouble, and they're gonna have to pay a lot more for them to try to short this stock down. And I was just showing as an example, Immortal. When this happened last time, I mean, I know that there's been many other instances where it had jumped back and forth from like 9, 16, 12, 20. But here, if we look back in time before the big run happened, we can see here, but like a few days before this, before GTI started running, we were at 8%. Then the next day it had jumped. So from the 23rd, Friday, 8% cost of borrow. And then it jumped to freaking 29 on a Monday on the 26th of September. Kind of sort of like what happened last Friday and today, from 9 to 20. And then from that Monday on the 26th of September 2022, the stock started to climb even more higher, and that meant that the cost of borrow fee even jumped higher. So from 21 to 38%, and then October 4th, when GTII reached $9 from those lows at 60 something cents, this went from 157% cost of borrow to a whopping 1,320. So those shorts were crisped, smelled like bacon, like, oh my god. So it's like if we see that same scenario happen, and I'm saying this is gonna happen, I wish it did, man. You have no idea how I want to see this happen again so bad, so soon. But if this happened again and the fee starts to jump like crazy every day this week, then we could potentially see some crazy action and some crazy volume in GTII. Not financial advice, of course. But it's cool to see, because we are literally in the freaking bottom, man. I mean, if this is not the bottom, then I don't know what else is. But come on, this has to be it. Like this has to be where everything starts to turn around, get some traction, and then GTII all of a sudden it does its magic, and I can't imagine the rest, but I'm pretty sure. And I hope that eventually the shareholders of GTII have been, averaging down their costs. And, like, of course, the cheaper the better, because now you're getting more bang for your buck and more shares for your, for your stock. So, you're well positioned. And, if it starts running like crazy, for example, if it hits $1, you're going to be up there in profits. So that's just my take on it. Of course, my opinion, strictly my opinion. And yeah, green day today. So I'm happy to see it. Now, Fngr. Now, I did make a prediction here last week. I did create these levels here because I don't know, because once I saw this death cross here on the on the daily, I was like, nah, this is bearish. I mean, this is evident that it's a bearish, trend. And once you see a death cross and the 9-day and the 21-day follows, then there's gonna be more downside happening with Fngr. I don't know what the situation is with Fngr. All right, don't quote on me about it. We are oversold, so we're trying to hold at above the support of 250. We closed at 260, but it's currently 254. Is it? Are we? No. We're at 260 right now. So it's trying to hold up. But if anything happens in the market and we still continue to go down, this could also get affected, of course, because it's part of the big boards, NASDAQ, whatever. And and if this trend continues, the death cross and everything, we don't really see a turn, a reversal, then I want to say, but $2 might be possible as the next level of support. $2, and then we have to see something turn around from there. All right, I did draw this right here on the MACD as well. So it is kind of resembling a double bottom here on the MACD. So we just need the yellow line to start curling right back over, and see if we can actually flip that MACD to the green. And then perhaps there we can see a different scenario, and we can see the bounce right off 260 and try to retest 290 to $3. Finish the device once again. Moving on to AMC. What's good with that, man? What is good with AMC? Because we have seen I don't know, there's a lot to say with AMC, honestly, because it's in the same scenario. But the fact that we bounced from $4, we bounced up from 401 to be exact. Interesting. So, how many of you in the chat are in AMC? Show of hands. I'll be honest, I have some calls. I have some AMC calls. Not to say that you guys should do the same, but I'm just playing a little gambling here. But it's for March, and I'm just playing it safe. So But from the way this looks, again, we did bounce from $4. 401. It's the battle of 401. Man, remember the battle of 801? It seems like a common theme here for AMC. So it likes to hit that 1 cent close, you know? Oh, Zelly is in AMC. All right. Right on. So, we're still in oversold territory. So, what does this mean? We still have potential for AMC to break out again. Move back to the upside. MACD on the daily. Potential crossover to flip to the green. As you can see the bars right here. Slowly moving back up in momentum. And from there, even though the sell volume was a little higher than the buy volume, I find it to be just, you know, correlating with what happened with the SPY, with the markets, because we were up at some point, and then we started coming back down. So it still hasn't decoupled from the SPY. So in my opinion, it's just not ready yet. But we're priming, and we're still seeing some type of action in some way. Because honestly, I mean, this could go either way. We could see things turn around. I mean, we could look at the 4 hour and see much more of a confirmation if, in fact, we do see some type of movement. Now, this is tricky now. Oh, it's not on this channel. I gotta post it. Thank you for reminding me once again. Let me I'm gonna go here on YouTube. I'm gonna show you what it is right now. Oh, let me just look at Now, if you search this if you put this in the search, it's actually hard to find because apparently it gives us like this search criteria. It starts like showing different videos that have the name Concrete and Jungle. But if you click on search instead here, it's gonna show you all of my videos, my music, and the channel. So here, youtube.com/handle Concrete Jungle City, which I'm going to paste right now on the chat. Right now, going to the channel. Going to the stream. Probably gonna hear a little bit of the stream. Sorry about that. We got 8 likes on the stream. Thank you for that. For those who join in. Oh, mute. Yes, Concrete Jungle City, but I will. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna click it. It works. Ew. Oh, it's having a hard time loading. Oh, is it? Oh, there you go. There you go. Thank you, Zelly. I'm gonna pin this message too as well. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. Thank you. No, that's it right there. That's the channel, and I appreciate you giving it a look, giving it a listen. Of course, the music that's playing right now, it's from my channel. And I'm here just I'm exploring new sounds. Oh, that's perfect. Thank you, Zali. Thank you for helping me out all these times. Kind of done it without your help. Thank you. You're the best. Um, yeah, man. Much love for that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Um, yeah, like I said, just coming up with ideas. I have, my love for lo-fi ever since I started listening to it a couple of years ago, and I was like, you know what? Let me just try it out and see what I can create. And this is what I got, and I definitely put out more content soon enough. So yeah, if you know anybody who is into lo-fi, just give it a share. They can add it to their playlist, to their big playlist on Spotify. No, I'm not even on Spotify. Oh my god, what am I talking about? I have to do that. I actually have to do that now. Well, later on, I have to try to figure out how to create it and then make a playlist on Spotify to share it on there. When I caught the lawn, it seems very motivational. Oh man, that's so cool. Thank you for that comment. While mowing the grass, no, that's cool. Especially in this track that's playing right now. Zaza vibes. Oh my god. Just the way it sounds. It's like, you definitely want to be like jamming, mowing the lawn, smoking on some Zaza and all that. Yeah, man. It's just lo-fi. I don't know. It's just a big deal, like for me, because like it just helps me, concentrate on certain things, and it just helps me overall, relax, feel the vibes. And yeah, like for real, like it just makes a difference, for real. Compared to all the music that's out there, it's pretty crap. But yeah, man, again, thank you. Let's see what we can say about AMC. So on the 4 hour, it has attempted one time to crack above the 50-day moving average. Right here at 472. Whoa, hold on. Remember, I just looked at this chart the first time since last week. I had these bars up. I did not even touch it. I'm just saying, Zelly, you can account to this. But the fact that the wick on this 4 hour candle hit literally right into this zone here in this area and rejected. No, tell me that ain't crazy. And I don't even have a crystal ball, but that just literally happened. Like, I'm actually shocked. So technically, we did have that potential to break out and try to hit over 480, but they just didn't let it happen. And it actually went right back down to this area instead. So technically, this was like a whole swing opportunity, honestly, like a big scalp, from here, bounced up here, boom, and then right back down. I'm gonna actually expand this because I just found that interesting. I'm just gonna do this and then perhaps like we see if we can retest the area again and perhaps trade within this range, and maybe perhaps we can hit over 480 by the end of this week. I don't know, depends. It usually takes me about 20 minutes, and I like to do rows This music seems perfect to do rows up and down. Of course, I have a session, green weed, before I, before I do my lawn. Oh gosh. That's awesome. Woo. No way. Okay. So we did hold off right above the 21-day moving average and the 9. So it's still, let me see, it's still pretty doable. Still doable, but you know, we do have a, I mean, we could see this turn back around and flip to the red and try to then let me see, maybe I can make a box here right around here, maybe this makes sense. I don't know. To pull right back over, or or maybe, okay, so maybe here. It's bubble time. Hold on. My neighbor says it looks like a golf course over here. Of course, his lawn sucks ass. I tried to give this guy tips on how to fertilize his lawn, but he never listens to me. Wow. He's probably like, yo, who are you to tell me what to do with my lawn? I know what I'm doing. Yeah, he's crying inside because he loves your lawn. And he wishes he could do the same thing. But the ego got the best of him, so that sucks for him. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna make a hole in the ground. And then right in front of him, you're gonna make a little golf course and just play golf in there. And just be like, hey neighbor, how's it going? Oh good, yeah. It seems like you're having fun. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. On my fresh lawn and golf course. Yeah. Look at that, right? A hole in one. Wish you had something like this, huh? Oh, yeah, whatever. In the back of his head, he's like, this mother. That's right. Stay jealous. But anywho. Gtii will hit $1. Woo! Man, it's been a long time since I heard that. And it definitely does have that potential for sure, man. We're gonna hit some crazy numbers with Gtii. That's for a fact, Ralph. And Ralph, I feel like your name is familiar. Now I don't know if you've been in William's Ferran stream, but I think I remember you. Cause I do mod William's channel, but I haven't been in his channel for ages. Well, I mean, I have been in his channel once last week, but before that I haven't been in his channel in forever because he kind of just he gets me a little irritated. So I mean, I'm not gonna really talk about that in depth, but just know that I have my feelings towards that. But Ralph, thank you for joining the channel. Thank you for joining the stream. What is your story with Gtii, Ralph? And how long have you been in Gtii for? Some of us have been here for some time, you know, and for like myself, I've been in Gtii since I want to say close to the end of August. Since I found out about GTII was, I think, mid to end of August. Then got into it around September, something like that. But right now, I'm just like actually messing around with some bubbles for AMC. Maybe, just maybe, we could see these types of scenarios here. It's not accurate. It can't, don't, just take it with a grain of salt, because it could either go either way. It could either go back down to 430, and if the market really decides to shit itself, then it could follow too as well, and probably see AMC follow back to those levels at 405, 410. But yeah, you can either go like that. Hold on. Actually, let me do this right here, like that. Move this here instead. Hold on, because I need to make sure this is accurate. Even though this is just speculation, it's just predictions here with my handy dandy bubbles. And so it's either this way or it's either this way. Look at that. GTII up 7.27% at 648%. What? Wait. I must have read that wrong, or am I seeing things? Because you're saying it was up 7.27% at 6:48 p.m. What? GTI doesn't even trade in after hours. Did you see this somewhere in a broker? Like Thinkorswim or E-Trade or something? Mm-hmm. Yep. We have been seeing a little bit of a struggle trying to break under 20 cents, so that's a good thing. What are we seeing here? Zanabundis. Possible channel here. No. So I don't know. It has, since it's in this channel, this upper channel, right? Let's just think of it this way, right? So maybe I should make this a little smaller, like that. A little smaller, like that. I think that makes a lot more sense, right? So, so let's say it bounces off. This is on the 4-hour chart again, so you guys won't get confused. I made these trend lines. Remember, this is not NFA. Oh, 348. Wow, so they actually attacked at the last minute before market closes. These assholes. Excuse my language. Yeah. I once stared at the sun for over an hour straight. Now, mostly, it depends if you were staring at it at 5 in the morning as the sun was rising, because that's actually good for your eyes. It's healthy. But if you was actually looking up at the sun at its peak, then I don't know how it is that you're still looking at the screen and typing, because I would be blind as hell. But I really hope that you're doing well, and yeah, man, good to see you back in the stream. What's going on with you, Moistly? Have you thought about any other new material that you'd like to share with us? And yeah, for sure. So yeah, that's a surprise for me to see GTII get chopped down at the last moments of the market. So so AMC, in my prediction, I don't know why I don't like saying that word. My prediction, all in speculation, is in my channel, my upward channel. So we need a bounce, the zone break back over 450 and retest 460, and hit back the zone by, let me see, so by tomorrow or Wednesday, just literally bouncing off these levels here in this range, but it has to stay in this channel. So 480 could be the possibility sometime this week, in my opinion, which would be the bullish case scenario. But in the bearish case scenario, if the market's, like I said, craps its pants, then so will AMC. So, seeing here, I want to say this is like a looks like a descending triangle. I don't know, to me. Zelly Zen, where do I know you from? I guess Zelly has been around in different channels. She's in the community. She's been around. Immortal says, no, I'm actually eating sweet plantains with some hard-boiled eggs. If you call that dinner, I don't know what is. And Ralph Fan is Vietnamese. You got the Vietnamese last name. What up, Fan? So 20 is the bottom for GTII. I hope we can get back to $2, then break 3, then break 9, then off to 100 to 1,000 a share. That is the plan, Immortal. That is the goal. But I feel like, and this is just me just saying this, not that I'm trying to pump this stock in any type of way, all right? So don't get it twisted. Whoever watches this stream, later after I finish. But if, let's say, okay, if one particular person who was streaming only GTII or whatever, and had a big following too, didn't stray away and talk about other stocks, totally distracting from the whole narrative and the whole purpose of trying to fight for what GTII is going through, or whatever the case is, right? Wouldn't we have seen more influx in volume if that didn't happen, right? But that's weird. Hold on. be careful. Now, I just think that perhaps maybe GTII would have gained a lot more traction if they were more supported from other stocks like AMC, GME, and others, because of the potential that GTII does have, especially being a microcap stock and all, and knowing the fact that an 8 million a volume of 8 million shares traded could make a huge difference in the way this stock moves, or GTII I'm talking about, then then that would definitely be, crazy, because that's what happened with GTII. It took literally 6 to 8 million shares traded in volume for it to see that crazy action, So imagine if we seen 50 million volume, 30 million volume, man, Immortal, then your prediction might just be correct. Not financial advice, of course. But forensic in Connecticut. Boy from Connecticut here. It happens. There's always a doppelganger. There's always someone that looks like somebody, and they really think that that it's just out of coincidence, So it just happens. Let's see. GDC. Oh, right. GDC. We had talked about GDC the other day. I mean, the other week, actually. But let me show you GME real quick, and then I'll head to GDC, and then I'll probably be ending the stream a little soon. Remember Zelly? Remember I did this? Remember, I think it was the last stream that we did, right? And it was following all these bubbles and stuff. I mean, yeah, there's some that looks like ovals, mostly. It's not perfect it's not perfect circles. But the fact that it actually followed, most of these bubbles to the T really surprised me, right? The fact that hold on, I need to actually go to the 180 day, because quite frankly, I mean, come on, we're coming off from 1183 at the bottom, and we're actually now, let's see, this was like I don't know if I should call that a head and shoulders. I don't know what pattern this is, but all I know is that we did hit a double bottom technically right here. And for some reason, when I drew these trend lines the last time, wasn't really thinking much about it, but it actually followed that to the T. And quite frankly, now we're just in this channel. So we're gonna draw this little line over here, la línea, por aquí. So perhaps, maybe we could see a little bounce right back to 1460, and then perhaps try to retest 15 by the end of this week. I don't know if this actually does complete this trajectory and does do this crazy thingy. And listen, I mean, if it can go into this bubble tomorrow, even better. So that would look good for some short-term calls. Not financial advice, maybe a $15 call for the week. Get a little scalp in there. But yeah, I mean, you never know. But this, if this actually plays out, I would be freaked out, and I think I would need to go and look at look into a shrink because I wouldn't really believe it myself. The fact that this is actually happening and it's actually following all these bubbles to the T, and I'm like, oh my god, what is going on? But anyways, moving on to GDC. For Ralph, we literally hit $2 on the mark. You can see previously I was doing some TA on it. Not quite what I expected. I mean, it did trade at a certain range here between 225 up to like 290. Hit $3 once before, 360 actually. Wow. And man, this chart is crazy. You can see there has been a lot of events where there have been big spikes, but here, you know, like I said, it had been trading at a range for some time, and then it so happens that it found $2 to be the bottom for now, and we have flipped to the green on the MACD, and the RSI seems to be picking up too as well. So Univest, oh my god, Univest. All right, you guys. But you know, do look forward to GDC to make some moves again, because $2 could very much be the bottom. You see all the 9-day, 21-day making some moves, trying to curl right back over. So Ralph, you may just have entered at a good point of entry. And so I wish you the best, brother. And yeah, for sure, just keep a look at GDC, man. You know, I feel like there's some things that should be quiet about, you know, like investing and stuff. But you know, people like to talk, man. You know, why not just keep it a surprise when it comes to like certain types of information, you know? Because, you know, what if they want to do a little sneak attack, and, you know, what if they want to just like all of a sudden make this thing pop without everybody noticing, you know? But that would be great to see this back at $4 at 350. Let's actually move this. Let's actually move this here. Move this around here a little bit, like that, bro. Like that. We can re-enter here. We can lower this a little bit more. Like, let's just bring this out here. And bring this over here, bro. Like that. I think that looks good right there. Oh, so you've been in GDC for about a year. Wow. Let's see, this happened. So a year. Was this August? Let's look at it from the weekly chart. I'm curious. Oh damn, wait, I can't. Let's look at the 3-year better. Wow. This is wow, look at this. I guess there was like an event that happened here back in April, end of April of last year. This thing went from $2.21, pretty much like where we at right now. Like, we're literally close to like the bottom. The 50. This is the all-time low. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at that. We're literally back at almost all-time lows. We broke above $2, which completely bounced. But $1.80 was the low for the stock back in the beginning of April of 2023. No, that's I'm sorry, that's January. So 1 year in the making, and we're back at these levels, and now we're hitting a little bounce. I had a little bounce right at the $2 level. So let's see. Yeah, we hit a little bounce in the RSI. So yeah, dude, if like I said, entry at $2 could be really good. So damn, very nice. And I did go over GDC before, like I said, and I had Big JR come into the stream and we talked about it, and they have a lot of good stuff for GDC in general as a company, especially working with the AI and other things. So yeah, dude, again, Ralph, best of luck, play safe, and yeah, best wishes, man. What can we discuss next? It's either that or I'll just end the stream right now. You guys want to talk about something else? Bam. I'm gonna reset. So once again, I just updated here on chartexchange.com. The cost to borrow fee for GTII is at 20% right now. GME? I did GME. What was you doing? Did you fall asleep? I literally was like looking at GME before I went to GDC. But here's the daily though. Here's the daily. I'm gonna show you. It looks a little off because I did it on the 4-hour chart, but yeah. Look at this. Just look at that. Yay. Boom. So green candle on the daily here. Check the MACD. It's trying. It's flat right now. Bouncing the RSI. What do you think, Zali? What would you like to see for GME? Because quite frankly, it's following this trend line pretty good. It just needs to bounce off here at 1460 and try to reclaim $15. We did see the 9-day moving average exponential cross right over the 21-day, and just has to stay steady. It has to stay steady, and it has to continue up the trend line. Or oh, you probably wants a good coffee. Gotcha. Yeah, it's about that time too. Sheesh. Should I move this a little tad bit right here? Do. You imagine that? Like literally following all the bubbles here. Then we would be like, oh my god, Jimmy is finally squeezing. But realistically, it could just follow this channel here. Follow this. And try to retest 16 at some point. Bounce up again, come down, and come back up again, and try to test 17 next week, next Monday. So like the bearish scenario I made with AMC, it could happen with GME too. So it could try to break below that trend line and try to head back to like 14. Which is what we don't want to see, of course, because we always want to stay bullish. I appreciate that, Zali. I really do. That means a lot to me. mean, again, I don't have a crystal ball, but like, if this method works, like, and I keep at it and it gets better, then shoot, like I might as well just start doing bubbles all the freaking time, and just hope that it goes in and follows it to the T. Let's see what's happening at the other time frames. I know it's like, hold on, I gotta check to see how long I've been. Oh god, almost 2 hours. Yeah, definitely not an hour. We're about to go into 2 hours right now. Yeah, I gotta get off after this for sure, because I know we gotta go back to sleep soon and get ready for tomorrow. We're just here, you know, just having fun, which I appreciate, and I appreciate everyone joining the stream and talking with me. Sure. I got a crystal ball here somewhere. You know, I'll be thinking of what people's gonna say next and jinxing them and seeing what price is gonna go up, and I know it's gonna be this. Wink, wink. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like perhaps perhaps we you know, try to retest 1460 on the 9-day, bounce right back over and try to test 15. I just gotta see 15. If we see 15 break over that, then we're bullish. We are bullish for sure. But what was that? I was gonna go into the hourly. Let's look at the hourly, the little hourly chart right here. What are these candles? What are these? These are some weird candles here. Wow. Interesting. 1490. So we're already at 1490. We just gotta hit 15 and just break over. Over 1516 here at the 200 on the hourly. And let's see, let's check the 15. You see, it looks like it's in that channel again. I mean, this I might just move this a little bit lower, you know. Maybe I just have to move it just a little tad lower like this. Maybe that works out. But let me see. Yeah, it looks like at some point, we try doing a double bottom and then try to ride right back over to try to test 15. And then it got chopped right back down into after hours. That sucks. I hate when that happens. ADX strong on the uptrend, on the hourly, right? That's what I was. Whoa, what the hell is this? Look at that, it's going haywire. Okay. Oh, I'm on the 1 minute. No wonder. Alright, there you go. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense because like it really hasn't fallen below the 50-day. That's what happened. It crossed over the 50-day, and now we're like literally in this trend. So it just has to stay above, and then it has to like continue trying to break these resistance levels here at 15. And then the 5 minute. Yeah, same thing. 1460. It seems like the level of support. Yeah, right there. Let's add a little line to that. Right there. Boom. Try to bounce from that line, sucker. But I like watching the 1 and the 5 minute. Yeah, I don't understand what's wrong with you. Why do you like stressing yourself, huh? Like stressing yourself and looking at small time frames there, and seeing candles go crazy up and down, and be like, oh my god, oh, it's is it going up? Is it going down? Oh my god. I like to be relaxed. The 1 minute. It was 1460. So this is weird, but look. You got like these little blips here on the after hours. What is this? 1470, 1472, 1473, 1474. What is this? That is weird. What? This is where we closed at? That makes no sense. What is this? Have you ever seen anything like that? This happened at 6:55, 6:59, 7:45, 7:55. Wow, that's weird. Whatever that means, but obviously, if these 9-day, 21-day, and the 50 begin to cross right under the 200, then yeah, I mean that would give us the confirmation that it would definitely retest this level of support at 1460, and then freaking see a miracle if it actually bounces right over and try to go for a 1505 or whatever. All right, I think that should be good for now. Yeah, I think that should be good now because we're already approaching that second hour. I try to, not drag the stream for a longer time, but then again, I liked enjoying the conversations that I was having with everyone that joined the stream, like Mark, like Ralph, Immortal GTII. Listen to people who were in here tonight. Mostly, and Urban Girl, and that was it. And Ralph, I had mentioned Ralph too. And most importantly, most definitely, Ahmad, the BBG, Zelly, B. Thank you all. Thank you all once again for joining me in another stream, chilling with me, Line of All Trades, feeling the vibes, feeling the music, and just talking and chatting about what's happening with the stock, with these stocks, particular stocks here. What? I know I was forgetting something. How come I did not talk about the SPY? What am I doing? And what are these lines? These lines are invalid. These lines are invalid. What is this? What are we doing here? But yeah, special thanks to those who joined tonight's stream. Also for those who just hopped in randomly to see what I was doing and what I was saying, checking out the charts and everything. I appreciate you too, and especially those who hit the like button and subscribed. Thank you to all. It means a lot on the fact that there's people out there willing to just hang out with me and just we'll just both learn together, learning from each other, talking out of opinions and their thoughts on what's happening with the stock, just everything in general, man. I appreciate it. So thank you once again. SPY, how I despise you, spy. You are the spy and despise, and that you put the spy and die, which is what I want you to do, because that's what's gonna happen. But anyways, I'm not gonna get into this. You already know the deal with this. The time will come soon. Anyways, thank you once again for watching, for joining me. Appreciate you. Much love. Be safe. Take care of yourself. Take care of your investments. Play safe, of course. And thank you. I believe you guys have a great night. And we'll see you once again in the next stream. Yours truly, Lion of All Trades. Thank you. Have a good night. Big hearts to everybody. Big hearts, big hearts, big hearts. Thank you and thank you. Thank you, Urban Girl. Thank you, Zali. Thank you. You. Big hearts. Big hearts on the stream. Big hearts. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. You feel it? Because I definitely feel it. Thank you. Y'all take care.